Hey there, it's me Red Knight and welcome back to Heyday. Now today's video is a requested video, so I'm going to be covering some aspects of the game that relate to saws and axes today. Now what do we need saws for, what do we need axes for? Well, basically within the game of Heyday you need to remove some of your trees, you need to remove some of your bushes. Now the bushes could be the berry bushes, it could be the bushes for the hive tree, it depends on the actual crop itself. Again, when it comes down to the trees, it could be the fruit bearing trees, or it could be one of the trees that are already existing within the game itself. So there are a variety of things that can be chopped down or even just cut down, and to do that you're going to need saws and axes. Now sometimes when you look at a farm you may think, hey, they need to start chopping down all of those trees or removing those bushes, but actually quite a lot of farmers don't do this. They leave a lot of dead trees and bushes because we're saving them for derby tasks or for revive tasks. Now every time you collect fruit, as an example, a different stage within the bush or the tree actually happens. Now depending on the actual stage itself, they will either go to a final revive, which you can just request help like this, or it will go to one option that says please chop me down. Now that chopping down part is very easy, however it's the ability to get the saws and axes that can be challenging. Now if you're like me and you have a lot of friends within the game, then you can get a lot of saws and axes very easily, because a lot of my friends do sell me these items, and I would strongly recommend making in-game friends, chatting with your friends in your actual hood itself and saying, hey guys, can I get some saws and axes? Now if you do sell them to each other, please be careful, because people can jump in and purchase them from you, i.e. they can jump in on the sale. Now you don't have to just rely on your friends giving you these ones directly. You can actually also request them through the actual request option. You can also get them within the game itself. So let's start focusing on some of these items. Now, do you get anything when you chop down the trees and bushes? Yes, you do. As you can see here, I'm chopping down some of the trees, I'm chopping down some of the bushes. This gives me the ability to get experience points, which allows me to level up. Now I'm going to need more and more saws and axes, because there's a lot of trees and bushes there, and harvesting is one of the best ways of actually getting saws and axes. Now you're not going to get them all of the time. However, if you are doing a harvest task regularly, and I mean a lot of times, when you start building up your farmland, you build up a high ability to turn over crops very quickly. This allows you to actually get a lot of saws and axes. Now you're not always going to get them, it will be other expansion items as well. You get expansion items that allow you to expand your barn and silo, which is fantastic. They could be land expansion, they could even be town expansion, it will depend. So just keep planting those crops, just keep harvesting, planting and harvesting, and then the actual resources you're looking for will come to you within the game. Like I said, it's one of the easiest options, besides asking your hoodies for help, that is. Right now, once you do request help on dead bushes, people are going to come and revive them. Now if you're lucky enough to have your logo come up there, I'm going to click on your logo and send you a thank you message and a thank you card. That's if you get one from me. Now remember, you can only get up to 5 thank you cards in one day. Now those thank you cards are fantastic because they let you buy gifts, and sometimes these gift boxes do contain saws and axes. Now it can be rather nice, so you request a free box based on the fact that you've been helping someone and they've said thank you, you've got a card. Alfred the postman delivers them to you. You get 5 axes, you get 10 axes. It all depends on the box itself and how many gift cards. Now you're not always going to get gift cards, but if you're looking for help tasks, you've got the newspaper to look through. You can also within the newspaper look to see if someone's selling. And if someone's selling, great, pick them up that way as well. But remember, they do go very quickly. Now, like I said earlier, you can ask your hoodies for help. Now, you can do this directly through chat, or you can actually request as well. Now, requesting is nice. However, the quantities you can request is only a maximum of 3, which kind of like, yeah, not really going to help me out that much. I'd rather request 10, 15 or 20 in one go from my hoodies, and the fact that they've got to then add them to the roadside stall allows me to purchase them quickly. However, please remember that people can jump in on your sales, because once it's up for sale, that's it, it's gone, especially if someone sees it. Now, getting resources can be done in quite a few ways, as I've said. The town is one, looking for toolboxes is another. So if you can actually head on over to the town and collect them from there as well, please do so, because it's actually kind of nice. You collect all your resources from your machines, go on over to the town, you do your visitors, and then from your visitors, once they've done all of the buildings, they will give you a beautiful little box. Now, if you're lucky enough to find a treasure chest as well, try to open that one, because there's the possibility you will get swords as well. Now, I kind of like the town. It's one of my favourite places to get resources. And during some of the new events that we're getting at the moment, it's wonderful because you are getting the ability to get a lot more prizes very, very quickly. Town does give me some good items, so not just the expansions, but the actual saws as well, or even axes. Look at that one, a beautiful saw, lovely, lovely, lovely. So, old man, thank you very much. It's very, very appreciated. I like that. Any others? There's some other goodies there. I like it. I'm not complaining. That's a nice amount of XP. So, yeah. Right, feed my animals while I'm at it. Oh, look, more tape there as well. Now, those visitors, when they do look at the sanctuary, remember they give you goodies as well. So you can get some swords and axes that way. Right, now we're basically going to come up to one of my favourite options now. Now, with the addition of the boosters within the game, it's given us the chance to actually use Tom freely more often. Now, I like Tom. I think Tom is probably one of the easiest ways to get resources within the game very, very quickly. So every 2 hours you can send him off to request something and he will give you the ability to get some of the resources you're looking for. And I kind of like using him for swords and axes. And I don't always hire him, but if I got a free one, then sure, why not? Let's give him a go, especially when he's there for many, many hours. Now, if I've got a booster in addition to this booster, so that actually reduces his time turnaround, fantastic. So instead of like every 2 hours, maybe I can get him to come back every hour. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, Tom doesn't really charge a lot of money. Okay, his initial fee for diamonds is expensive, but if he's a free booster, yeah, no problems. Then you send him on his way, he will go running down the track and hopefully find you a very, very good deal. And it is a very, very good deal. He can request up to 9 items for you, so why not go for those 9 items? Like I said, it's every 2 hours, and it's not really costing you that much money. If anything, Tom's charges for the actual saws and axes that he's going to get for you are very, very cheap. Just look at that one. So only 171 gold coins for 9. The other ones are kind of ignored. There's not much point actually requesting a few items when more is always better. Now, do keep checking the newspaper, because you never know. Now, one thing about checking the newspaper, you get to go to people's farms as well. And when you do go to their farms, not only do you get a chance to revive as well, but you also find toolboxes. And if you're lucky, instead of getting permits, you might get saws and axes. So, sweet, I like that one. In addition, they may even be selling some saws or tools or other items that you could need as well. So, make sure you use the newspaper regularly. Alright, Tom is almost back, and he's got some goodies for me. So, Tom, thank you very much. You can go back to sleep for a couple of hours, and I will use you again very, very soon. Make sure you set your alarm, everybody, and don't forget, because he will come back in 2 hours, and he will wait and wait and wait, and the clock will tick down until you send him on his way. Right, I'm back to harvesting, and I've got a lot more trees to chop down, and a lot more farming to do, but I will see you next time. Now, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you do hit that like button. If you would like to send me some mail in the post, please do so. This is my postal address here in Japan. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you've got that option as well. Do comment below, because I do like to read your comments, and when I get the chance I will reply. But see you in my live streams, and take care everybody. Goodbye now.